Hello YouTube.
Hello everyone.
This is our third video. We're getting there.
YouTube bloggers.
Yeah.
And in our previous video you could see how we do paper cutting.
Yes.
And
we did a lantern like this, or like a folded book. Yeah. This one. So yeah, this was our small tutorial, and I did a bigger one, though I had to recut this because of the scanner and scanning possibilities and everything. And also I had an ape with a dragon, and here I removed the dragon because I wanted to concentrate on the ape. So here.
And so then we thought, why shouldn't what we are going to do with all this?
Yes.
Maybe we can do an illustration after and to use those paper cutouts like sketches.
Yes. So first what I did is I tried two colors for myself, like the color combination that I really liked. Still like it. It's really nice.
And I decided to print it using this special material.
Yeah, this is a foam, like a rubber foam, usually used for DIY for kids.
But it is really cool to print with it at home.
Yes. For hand, we actually, because we're Brush Up Club, we try different techniques every month, and we had just like, is it focusing? And we tried hand printing techniques, and that's where we kind of discovered how nice it is to print on foam. So that's how it looks when it's sold in sheets. And
it's really easy to cut and to print after.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's where we kind of discovered this nice technique for ourselves. And and you printed on it, right?
Yes, and you can easily make your prints using lino cut paint and this rubber foam.
Yeah, and even I think gouache as
even
well.
Gouache.
Yeah, whatever, or any kind of inky paint. Yeah. And for me, I have to show you more. So I did this ape, but it was kind of a bit of boring, there was not much going on. So I decided, okay, I want to print it in a different way. I want to print it with my home printer, but printing each color separately, not the whole illustration at once, but and seeing what effects will be there and how it will work. So I first printed it on like I added yellow for interest, and I printed on like very, very thin, cheap grayish paper. Just to check, okay, how it works. And so I printed each color separately. So first I printed, I think, blue, then I printed red, and then I printed yellow on the same paper. So I was putting the same paper over and over again into the printer, and but it was unspectacular. See, I have a dot here, so to see, okay, how the paper was put in the printer, and it was not, nothing special. So then I tried, I kind of made a mistake with the paper, and then something super interesting happened.
Yes,
so
I think this is quite interesting and successful piece. Looks like poster.
Yeah, and what happened here is just I put the paper in the wrong way at some point, and the motif turned over. So that's why I have the white, because what I have to mention that out of the background I cut out. So my background is the white were cut out, and there was a red on it, so there were no overlaps, so to say. But I realized, okay, where there are overlaps, this is the most interesting part. So I thought, okay, this is a finished piece already, but I still want to try and make it look like an ape. Where was it? Yes, I added some details, and it still was not very interesting, So I added some shadows here, some overlap over here, and still like, it's kind of interesting, but not. Then I went back to this one, and I thought, okay, what makes this one interesting? Okay, some interesting elements here, or here on the head of the monkey that happened, and I decided to make another one. And I think this one is also very interesting, and it's kind of a illustration already.
Looks really bold.
Yeah.
And I think it's possible just to hang it on the wall in your interior. It looks like a finished piece.
Yeah, exactly. And also you can maybe scan it in and maybe put it in your shop or in some digital print-on-demand shop or on a bag, on a scarf, on a carpet.
There are a lot of ways to use it.
Yeah.
And that's really interesting that it came out actually out of this.
Yes, exactly. It came out of a simple paper cut like this. And a mistake with the printer. So that's what we decided to do today, but with Julia's piece, and show you how we print on a home printer, how we print each color separately, and maybe you can try it out with us and create your own beautiful illustrations of this. So in a moment we'll show you. Okay, so
we separated colors, and so on every layer has its own color, and we start to print from red one, and to not to mess up with
the orientation of the paper.
We put
a dot in a corner. No, you just need one dot in a corner. So I know, like for instance, I put the paper like this. I don't know if you see the dot, and I always know. Okay, left top corner is the dot, and that's how I have to put my sheet of paper. And that's what we're going to do. We're gonna put the paper, and then print first the red, then the yellow, and then the blue. Okay, so now we take, where's our dot? So we take the same paper and put it on with the same orientation again into the printer and just print the next layer.
So we decided to tell something about our process. This is the first test print. And here, as you can see, it's not possible to see the boots and the star because of the color. They were red. They were yellow, and yellow on red.
Didn't read in this ink on this printer. Yeah.
So we decided to change it and to print the bigger version. And here, as you can see, the boots are blue, but suddenly the yellow color popped out.
Yeah, they moved because the problem is you're printing on the same sheet of paper, and sometimes this affects when you move the paper accidentally, create something interesting. But in this case, it was not working as we wanted to.
And in some cases, it looks great, some places, but overall, it looks like a mistake.
Yeah.
So we tried one more time, and this is the last and the best.
Yeah, we also cut the white.
But not the least. But for today, it is the best version, and I feel quite satisfied.
Yeah, and it's very unique piece since there is still movement, and every time you put on the same paper, the prints will not be the same. So it's in a way an art print.
Yes, and so if you have an inkjet printer at your disposal, we think that it is a great way to print your artworks as posters or as postcards and visit cards. And here's
this is my result. We didn't try it today. I tried it on my own before we wanted to show it to you. But here as well, it came from a mistake. When I turned it over, that's how I created more detailed and made a more interesting composition. So mistakes are not always bad. They are actually sometimes fueling your creativity. So
And here we cut the white borders using this cutter.
Yeah, using
you can do it also on your cutting mat.
Yeah, if you're good at it, because usually when I'm cutting, it's never 90 degrees. So a cutter is useful for me.
Once I cut my finger, and it ended up in the hospital.
Yeah, so be careful.
Be careful. Be creative. Be careful at the same time.
Okay. And see you next time.
Join Brush Up Club. Put your likes.
Subscribe.
And
press the bell.
use your
and join the club on Patreon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.